We are. You are live. Live. Live from the front porch at Doing Things Different, Abundant Acres.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How we all doing this evening?
I've been doing better. Okay, so yeah, a storm might be heading up, so that seems to kind of be our go-to. It seems like anymore, which I'm not going to complain this time because we are severely lacking in any kind of rain. We had a little bit of rain yesterday, needed it badly, but even though it was weird though because there was like rain to the north of us, rain to the south of us, but it kind of split us and felt like the biggest share of it went around us. So we didn't get very much, and what we did get, the ground just like soaked it up like that. So it was,
Yeah.
We need more.
The point of where you couldn't even tell it rained at all. Like,
yeah, and then
hey, Danny, how are you?
Hey. Oh, I'm inviting you up here, Danny.
That was a cool video. We watched it.
Yeah,
we liked it.
That was awesome.
It was. Loved all the stuff you sent.
So yeah, we have like I don't know if it's actually considered a drought, but it is like it's been so dry here, like crazy. We got our field cut, the hay cut in our field, and where Kenny had put the fence around his corn, we actually had to. Well, he wasn't home, so I had to go out there and try to pull the what's that fence called, the poultry net fence. You know what I'm talking about? Like it has the thin like rods, whatever. Anyways, I would go out there and I'm trying to like pull that sucker up, and you guys know we got clay soil, so and it is like completely dry here, so it seriously was like trying to pull these things out of concrete. I thought chunks of the earth were going because I was just like trying to get it was bad.
Yeah, the ground is hard.
Ridiculous.
Hard enough you can drive forklift on it.
Ain't joking.
Yeah. It is that hard. Yeah. The water and the rain did affect our hay. It did. Got minimal this year.
4.5 maybe.
4.5, 4 3/4 round bale.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that big a field either. I mean, it's really not, but we usually get a lot more.
Well, and we went through everything last fall, and like seeded everything, and we got a lot of time and energy put into that. So yeah.
Swamp rat.
How's it going, y'all?
Hey, Danny. Your video was freaking hilarious.
Which one?
The voice when he did the voiceover.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was cracking up.
That was great. I did enjoy that. That was funny.
And then your
the gag gift to John.
care package.
Oh yeah.
That was great.
That was great.
Reminded me of the live that you did when you come out wearing the Kenny rubbers.
Oh my.
That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Oh yeah.
The end of that video, I was just like, I did it again.
He wore them anyway. Yep, got to laughing.
That was my queen that got that. She
yeah.
That was her thought.
It was funny. Tell her she did a good job. That was hilarious. Great. That was great. Oh.
Hey.
She's just getting.
How you guys doing?
Doing better now. She's just getting over the virus. So.
I heard about that. How's she holding up good?
Yeah, she's holding up good. She's probably be heading back to work Monday if the hurricane don't hit us. She's
a lot better today.
Yeah, today's the best day. It was scary the first couple of days, but besides that, yeah, she's on the path back. The breathing treatments and stuff worked well for her.
Good. Well, she's doing better.
Yeah,
It ain't no joke.
it's not at all. And she's ornery. Oh my. She had it, and I gotta wait. She'll be back to work Monday. I gotta miss a whole week of work. I gotta miss 14 days. The 10 days are up to date for her, and I gotta miss 14 days before I can go back to work. It don't make no sense.
I don't know. I can't keep up with the protocols. So, like
Yeah.
every week, I swear it feels like it's something different.
And the company I work for, I'm contracted to different companies. Well, I contract to one right now, but they have different companies that they contract different people to, and they all have different things. One guy had it. He was leaving to go to work. He was running the temperature, so they sent him home. They told him to go get tested. If he doesn't test positive, wait 5 days, go back get tested again. If you still don't test positive, go back to work. You know, it's such a big deal right now with a lot of people's getting it, and when you're working like a 7-7 or 14-14, it just throws everything out of whack. So they're short-handed with it right now. So they reevaluate and reassessing their procedures with everything.
My brother's going through it now. He's on the better end of it now. So.
It's scary. It really is.
We had it last year. We joke and say we had the straight from Wuhan because it was right. We got it in January and it was like March before everybody had heard about it. But we had been down. We had been to Disney, and everything was still wide open. And obviously, there's everybody from all countries.
Yeah,
people.
So we like to joke saying that we got straight from Wuhan, that we didn't get the watered down American version of it. Because I tell you what,
It was bad.
and then we had to try to drive home. Oh,
we had a friend that actually passed away from it about 3 weeks ago now.
cosmic gardening done all wrong. Debbie,
Don't take off, Debbie. Before you leave, I want you to send us a picture of one of the alligators at your door. I want to see that. I want to see that.
We haven't had any alligators. They actually, when I finished rotation last time, I came in. I was working outside on a Thursday, and one of the chickens that got out, the kids went outside to try to catch it. It jumped in the water, and they thought an alligator got it. And they couldn't find it. We looked and looked and looked. They thought an alligator got it. Something got it. It's all beat up. We found it the next day. Its little eyes were swole shut and everything, but. We haven't been seeing any alligators, but with the storm, normally if we get a storm, it pushes them up. They come up in here a little bit closer.
Debbie here, she's one of our viewers. Yeah, she's got them out her back door.
Yes, that's what she said in the last live stream. She had them out her back door, and I was like, oh, wow. And that means you do too, then, Danny. You got them out your back door, too. Bad day.
Make gumbo. don't put no tomatoes in the gumbo or no beans.
We don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about lizards like that. You know, I think our biggest lizard might be about like that.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have those big lizards around here.
Yeah.
They still taste good, even though they're small.
Now, Danny, do you go out and hunt them?
No, I don't. It's hard to get tags. You got to have an alligator tag for it. Even if they come on the land and they attack, we have the right to shoot the alligators. If they come on the property and they're attacking the animals, if they're just sitting there, we're supposed to call the game wardens or call the people to come out and try to take them, humanely. But if they're attacking the animals or the dogs or the cats or the children, we could shoot them, but we still can't keep them. We still have to call it in saying that, it was shot, and they'll come and pick it up and, probably bring it to their house and eat it. But, yeah, we got one a while back. It was about to eat the dog, but I couldn't. I was going to keep it. I wasn't even call nobody. But it was in the water, and the bayou was running pretty fast. It pulled it away before I could get it. About a 10-foot, 11-foot. I just turned you down.
Probably.
I don't have to worry about anything like that. I think the biggest thing we got to worry about around here is
They get big though. I mean, I don't know.
The alligators?
Oh, we get the biggest thing we get around here. I guess the most wild thing, I guess, would be coy dogs. They're a mix between a coyote and a dog. They get pretty big. I mean, they really do. But it's been a while since we've seen any.
Mm-hmm. We got coyotes, but I mean, they usually don't bother you a whole bunch.
Where I grew up, they used to have a lot of coyotes over there, but they started building so many houses and people moving in the area, and people got guns, and they don't stand a chance. If they see a coyote, he goes down. Yeah. We used to hear them howling all the time when I was growing up, and we don't even hear them anymore.
We get them quite a bit out here, but I mean, they don't really. They stay more in the woods. They don't really mess. I mean, we've had them come up in our backyard, but
not very often. It's a rarity. You have to deal with bears and moose up here. That'd be awesome. I'd love to go on a moose hunt. I think that'd be awesome.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Bears and moose.
I'll
keep my alligators.
Or coyotes.
Yeah, I guess with an alligator, at least you can still climb a tree. Bear, they come up.
Where I'm at, it's hard. The water has to be up real high for them to come up the bulkhead. I got a bulkhead, cement bulkhead on the bayou, and they can't just climb up it. I mean, if they fought real hard, they can get it, but they'd have to be a good 6-8 foot alligator on a regular day to be able to climb up.
Tell you what, I don't know what I'd do if I walked outside and there was an alligator out back.
They're not aggressive. I mean, it'd probably scare you a little bit, but they're not really aggressive, for the most part. They're not going to chase you or anything like that. They really got to be hungry, or the ones around here, usually if you move around a little bit, they're going to take off and leave.
We went one time, and trying to think of where we went, from Fort Myers to Key West, and we went across Alligator Alley. And when we did, I thought, you know what? I'm going to stop, along this road somewhere, and I'm going to go look at an alligator. I'm going to go find a daggone alligator. I want to see one in the wild. Wasn't a big deal. Didn't really think too much about it. Pulled over the car. Wife, son, niece, everybody's in the car. We go through this gate. Well, you read on the gate there, you sign in if you go in. Well, there was a bunch of people signed in, but they never signed out. I don't know if they got I don't really know. But anyway, we were walking down through there, and you could see the slides and all that stuff. It was kind of cool. But, we were looking, didn't see one, didn't see any, did not see nothing. And then all of a sudden, Angie looked over at me and goes, "There's an alligator right there." We looked over, it was about 10 feet from us, and it's like, "Oh, wow, there is one." My boy I'm going to say he got within 6 foot of this alligator, squatted down so I could take his picture. And I said, "Okay, we're good. Let's roll out."
Roll out.
Hey,
turn the TV off.
Wildcats are fierce. Iguanas. You got iguanas there, Deb, too? That's right. Big ones. Yeah, I'll bet. And some big lizards, too. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But, yeah. Right back at you, Danny. I'm going to tell you right again. I laughed the gift, and then the voiceover. That was did a great job.
I'm working on another voiceover for someone else, and I try to put them out on Tuesdays because it's fun. But I just hadn't had the time with Sheena being sick and the kids being home and trying to find the right time. I put it together and I sent it to a couple friends to. I always got a couple people that I send them to check them out to make sure I'm not. I don't want to be derogatory, to anyone besides, being funny. I don't want something to come off different. So I get a couple people to watch it, and I said at that time they're like, it's, it's kind of funny, but it's not.
Oh, yeah.
So I got a couple more ideas I'm going to work on it with, and the kids will be going back to school after the hurricanes issues done, whenever that is. The kids will be going back to school, so I should have it done before I leave for work again. And
They shut the schools down during hurricane time.
Say again.
They shut the schools down during hurricane time.
Yeah, if there's a hurricane coming, they're going to shut the schools down. Yeah.
They put up a floodgates.
Yeah, we actually have floodgates. The one across the street from the house, they got a 6-foot flood wall all the way around it, and because it's flooded, I think 3 or 4 times in the last 15 years, 10, 15 years. So they built a 6-foot floodgate or a flood wall, and they close the floodgate, and they got pumps and everything when it rains to pump the water out of it.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to live in a bowl.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
It's not horrible. It's the storm surge is what gets us. It pushes the water up from the Gulf when the storm's moving up. It raises the tide. Unfortunately for us, and then once the rain starts dropping, everybody to the north of us drains through us. So as the rain's falling over there and it's draining from the northern part back, it kind of stacks up right here. You can see it in the yard. The water just stops moving in the bayou, and then it doesn't drain. It just rises. So we sit outside and we watch it to see. Once it starts moving, we get excited because we know it won't be long. The water will be gone.
Are you pretty close to the hurricane spot?
It depends. They're not sure where it's going to be going. One forecast is actually showing it coming straight up to Vermilion Bay, which is a direct hit where we are. And then the other one, it's starting to move more and more to the east. So it's they're kind of pushing it more towards New Orleans to the Mississippi, Louisiana state border is kind of where it's looking like. But there's still a couple trends showing it come up to Vermilion Bay. There's a whole bunch of activity going on up north above, probably above y'all, and further up around New York and all the way down to South Carolina. There's a big high that's going to react to the system. There's another. It's not a disturbance, but there's a weather pattern on the east side of Florida that's also supposed to be coming across. If it comes across faster, it can actually push the hurricane back towards us. And there's a whole bunch of games at play right now with that one hurricane.
We got thunderstorms supposed to be rolling in. That's part of what we're like right there in the middle.
Yeah.
South is pushing up the heat, and the north is pushing down. So, but we need it.
It makes a bad storms. Well, I just put the shade cloth up on my raised beds in the back. So if the hurricane's coming, I'm gonna have to take the shade cloth down. Even if it's if it's not halfway into Mississippi, I'm gonna have to take the shade cloth down. If it's like New Orleans, because it's not that good a shade cloth, so I don't want to tear it up. But if we do get a direct hit, I'll be taking the plastic off the greenhouses. I'll be working tomorrow to I got to take all my buckets and stuff out of the greenhouses. I hadn't done that yet. So I'll be taking that out and taking the perlite and saving it up so it doesn't get all blown out.
What is the shade cloth that you put up? Is there a difference between the black and the white?
Not really. There's different percentages of shade that they produce. I think that the white one's a 40. The black one I had on the old greenhouse was a 50. To me, the black one works better. It was 10% more than the white one, but it did seem to work a little bit better. The new ones I bought for the greenhouses, are going to be 70%. because I'm looking to put them on around the end of July, beginning of August. They're not going to stay on long. So I want to get as much heat as I can out of the greenhouses.
So it doesn't necessarily mean the black is better. There's like percentage that not so much color.
I've never read nothing. There's nothing definitive. You know, some people say the black is better because it's more shade. But if you're buying the percentage, it's gonna the percentage tells you is it lets like 50% less light through, or 40% less light through, or 70% less light. So 40% and 50%, there shouldn't be a huge difference in the amount of light that's going through. But with the white, it seemed to have more heat coming through than with the black one. You know, it's like the black might have absorbed the heat and kept it up, and it could have just been in my head. You know, I don't know a whole bunch about it, but I know it really helps putting the shade cloth up. And, you know, especially for us at this time of year, having the shade cloth up really helps.
Yeah, because your sun down there, it's evil.
It's been brutal the last few days.
I mean, we get the heat, we get sun, but man, I tell you what, the sun you all get down there, it's evil.
Day before yesterday at 3:00 in the afternoon, it was 102, 103 on the actual thermometer hanging off of my raised bed pipe. And we had about 85, 88% humidity. The heat index was around 115 at 3:00 in the afternoon.
I mean, that's where we were at today. It was
$1.05.
Yeah, it was a $1.05, and then the humidity I think was 55 or something. It was you could cut the air today. It was just
Oh yeah.
It was bad.
Jeff messaged me. Grow something with Jeff messaged me. We were visiting, texting, and back and forth. He's like, "Yeah," he said, "it's like 86 degrees and 60% humidity." I'm like, "That's fall over here." You know, you get that. 80 degrees and 60% humidity is like, heck yeah, that's nice.
Heck yeah.
I can handle the heat. I can handle the sun, but man, the humidity.
I don't mind the humidity as long as I can stay sweating. It's when I stop sweating, you know, come in the house, take a break or something, then I go back outside. It's like, oh, it's just so hot. But once you sweat, it actually feels cooler. I wear long sleeves most of the time during the summer, especially like the hotter parts. I'll have long sleeves. You get soaking wet, but you feel cooler the rest of the time.
See, us Northerners always joke because you Southerners complain about the heat, but you got the long sleeves on. It's just like, take the long sleeves off. Put tank tops before.
But you actually the sweat, keeping the sweat on you actually helps too. It makes like a better radiator. You know, it doesn't evaporate as fast, so you don't feel as hot. I mean, unless like at work we gotta wear FR shirts. It's freaking hot because you can't get, even though you're wet and sweating, if you get any type of breeze or anything like that, the shirt's still so thick it doesn't, make it radiate. But the shirts are, I wear a thin long sleeve shirt. It stays wet. You get a little breeze and it feels like it drops 15 degrees.
Like those V shirts, golfer shirts and stuff like that.
Get your shed done, Dan.
Yeah, I got the floor finished. I got my shelves put in, and I put in a bunch of some of the pots and stuff. I'm trying to put it in as I find the stuff to be able to set it up. Because I still don't have stuff put out from last year from hurricane season. So right now, having the extra days off of work, I'm actually, building things to put where I want to keep everything to organize it better. And it's the same thing with the shed. I have my shelves in, and I have all my pots and trays and everything that I'm going to be using, the different ones stacked up on one set of shelves, and my big pots that are used for the dragon fruit underneath one. And I'm just trying to move it in slow and make sure I have everything where I want it and like I want it.
Hey, well, ours was the same way. It was a big mess. And she went in there and she cleaned it all out, moved everything, but it's kind of like it's her shed. She puts all the gardening stuff in there.
She shed.
Yeah, so that she can get to it. As long as she can get to it, that's all that matters. If I pile it in there,
Well, I just had to go through the shed because if like the front and then the middle where there's a path, that's where he likes to pile everything
there's
right
room.
at the door.
there's room there. You just throw it in there.
But then, which was fine until it got to the point of we've got this bird netting. Well, it's actually from a old baseball
Batting cage.
batting cage, and so the net is like flopped down on the ground. Fine, whatever. But I told him, I was like, just letting you know before you go in there because we keep the dog food in there too, and I won't feed the dog. He's just. But anyway, so he has to feed the dog, and I told him, I said, well, before you go in there, just letting you know, there's a black snake in there, and he was like, when you get the dog food out for me.
Yeah, when you get the dog. I can't do nothing with snakes. I just can't.
So I had to go in there, pull everything out of the, like, legit pulled everything out of the shed and got everything put back up where it belongs and everything else. But it's just like, well, if you quit piling stuff there, then we wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, we usually don't. You don't see too many snakes. I think they hide from me because I get rid of them pretty quick.
I'm not a fan of. I scream like a girl.
I'm right there with you. I'll tell you what, I can't do nothing with them. And we don't have any poisonous snakes. I guess we got copperheads. There's some kind of rattlesnake, I don't know, 60 miles down the road, but we've never seen one.
They don't usually get up here.
They don't usually come.
Sorry, I don't mean to be rude to everybody, but my niece is in the Navy, and it looks like she might be
Deploying.
So trying to.
Yeah.
We prayed for her. Wow.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, I told her to tell her sergeant guy, whatever he is, that her aunt and uncle said no, she can't go.
It don't work for us.
Hopefully that works, but
Yeah. Yeah, she can stay over on the coast. That's good.
Yeah.
Over here on the coast. Yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah. Can't do nothing with
yeah, there's no. He really will scream like a girl.
Oh, yeah. Whether they're on the house, I got up in the attic one day and there was one right in my eyes. I mean, like, no,
I'd never go back in that attic.
Pet snakes.
no. I tell you what, I called. I said, you get your brother on the phone, you get you on there, and it makes no difference to me. I'll burn the damn house down. I don't care. Yep, you got your choice. I mean, it makes no difference to me. Whatever you want to do. You want to call your brother, and me burn the house down. I don't care.
I
And
might not burn the house down, but I will shoot it full of holes finding it.
he pulled that stunt too. We had a snake that went up and over the doorway, and he was saying that he was going to start shooting at it. Went in all the way around the house. Went in the house. Got a gun. Come back out and was getting ready to start shooting. And I just grabbed it and just started running with it. I just wanted him to give me just a little bit of time to see if it was poisonous or not, but he wasn't going to give me that time. It was either I grab it or he shoot my house. So.
Oh, you grabbed the snake?
Oh, yeah, she did.
Oh, hell no. I thought you meant to grab the gun. No.
What was either that or he was shooting my house up?
Yeah. No, can't do nothing with those snakes.
I just grabbed it, and if you grab them by the tail and run backwards, they can't really do nothing to you. So I just kept going backwards.
Shovel, shotgun.
You should have seen him run though. As soon as I started pulling it backwards, he took off across the yard. He's gone.
I'd break all land speed records for 300-pound guns. I promise you. I will get away from a snake.
Cosmic Cultivators. We own two pet snakes. Yeah. Now. All python and a rosy boa. Now.
Oh my God.
Look what I done wrong. Like a rubber snake in my buddy's toilet, and Rick gets to jump up when he lifted the lid. Oh my God.
Not be buddies no more, partner.
Nope. We wouldn't be friends. Sorry. Nope.
I might not be around. Probably have a heart attack.
I wouldn't even be able to be friends because I don't know the damage he would do to the house. They,
No.
there'd be like a body outline of through the. I don't even know how
Through
many
the wall.
Through the wall, right through the brick wall, whatever. Oh, hey, Michael, what's up, buddy?
Hey,
Michael, how's it going, brother?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got caught. I was working on land one time, and they call them dog houses. Some little probably 8 by 10 buildings that we do all our paperwork and stuff in. And it was out in the middle of a sugarcane field, so we were doing our paperwork, and I could see a little mouse jumping back and forth across one of the we call them a sudi, jumping back and forth across a computer keyboard. I'm going to swipe the mouse. You know, it was a real mouse. It wasn't like the computer one. I went to swipe it to get it out the way, and the little shelf kind of moved. So I thought there might have been another one. I grabbed the shelf and moved it, and there was a freaking snake balled up behind it. Then, needless to say, it took me about 2 weeks to put the door back on the little building. The door opened in, and I didn't stop when I was going out. So the door ended up on the ground.
Yeah.
It was.
I was at work one day, and I sit there, and I had one, and I didn't even know it was there. I'm sitting on this chair. I'm doing paperwork, and one of the guys I work with walked up and said, "Hey, look at that!" And I looked down, and this snake had done came out between my feet, and went out and around the edge of the door, and I was like, I grabbed a 3/4 inch ratchet. No more. Snake, no more. No. Nope. Can't do nothing with that.
that's why I can't let him mow. Because I mean, obviously, we're surrounded by trees, and we got fields everywhere. So snake's just part of life. And this one here, he gets the mowing, and obviously there's going to be a snake in our yard. He drops the mower, and then he just takes off after the snake.
Oh yeah, I'm chewing dirt.
So
I'm mulching the yard.
we don't have the nice pretty lines when he mows. We got.
Oh yeah, rototilling. I'm rototilling with the lawnmower. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, that'll happen every time.
I'm the mower. I do a better job anyway.
She does. She is an excellent lawnmower. She does a wonderful job.
Sheena does too. She does a good job, but she don't get close enough to the bayou.
I can't blame her.
I get a lot of weed eating, but it helps.
It keeps the grass low, helps keep snakes away.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of hard to do for us though, because we got a field right behind us, and then we are wrapped in woods. So I mean, there's no way. I mean, we can keep our yard.
Yeah, I can do my darndest to try.
Yeah. I had ordered 72 blackberries to put in the front yard. The guy actually sent me 82
72
blackberry plants. Yeah.
as in 7-2.
Wait, where's the
7?
7-2? Where? I don't want to have no grass to cut.
That is a lot.
You guys sell too, though, don't you?
Yeah, we're gonna sell some. We like making the jelly also, and we share with a lot of friends and stuff like that. Sheena brings them to her patients the jelly. When they quit eating, a lot of the older people that she takes care of, she'll bring them a jar of the blackberry jelly, and they'll put it on toast for them, and they start eating that. They like it. They really enjoy that. So we do it. I don't remember. Sweet pea, I think it is, Mr. Michael. Got them off of eBay.
We're gonna try to get raspberries. I tried getting some cuts. Tried propagating this year because I got some blackberries. Well, I propagated our wild blackberries. Got some of those. It's fine. Never had, but I've done that before. But tried doing his raspberries, and he said that multiple people tried it. He was like, "Go ahead, go for it. Good luck." And did it. same thing I've done with all the others. Never had a problem with it. For some reason, those will not propagate. So I think we're going to try the fall at the end. And try
Yeah.
to, I think we're going to try that.
The air root.
Yeah, air root. That's it.
Yeah.
I think we're going to try that and see if we can't get some red raspberry.
I think it's a pack of 40 I got. It's
Wow.
the little snap ones. I got them on Amazon. They were like, I think 35, 40 cents a piece. They're reusable. You put the stuff, pot and soil in them, and you squeeze it around blackberry, raspberry, whatever plant you want. I want to try it on some muscadine vines that we have. I got some friends that want some muscadines cutted, so we're gonna try to put it off. We're gonna try to work it off of there, see how it works.
Hey Ed, how you doing? Yeah, I've seen those clip-on ones. I hadn't pulled the trigger on it. I think I'm just gonna go.
Some people just use like a visqueen and
That's
wrap it in saran wrap and stuff like that.
I think that's what we're gonna try.
I never had luck with that with the blackberries. Normally, what I do is when the cane starts getting long, I just roll it into a gallon bucket and I tie it off with a bread tie to where it stays in the bucket. Water it one time, and after about 4 to 5 weeks, we go and we pull it off to see if the root system's established in it. And
We've done that with blackberries. This year, I just did just cut it and dipped it and put it in, and they took fine. But he's got red raspberry, so it's like I want that. I'd like to. Cause we don't have any. Have raspberries. We got all kinds of blackberries or wood, but we wanted to get some up here because we're hoping to start because the woods is kind of creeping in on our field.
right, slowly.
Get it back, and part of that area is most of the blackberries. So it's like they creeped out into this way instead of back. So by the time we clear everything out and try to get our field back, probably I don't even know how many if we get to keep any of the blackberries. So I wanted to make sure I got some up here.
Yeah, we
Like
had.
30 feet.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 30 feet. 30 feet.
We've
That's
lost
how we've
all the way
lost.
around.
With it encroaching.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. We took I think we got like I don't know, did like 200 or 300 feet of it back. And I think that's a winter project.
Mr. Michael asked what the variety of blackberries I purchased was some sweetie pie blackberries. It's a thornless variety that was, I guess, made prominent in Mississippi. Something like that. And then these are the little cups, the little balls that it just snaps together, and they got the hole on each side. You pack it with the water, and it works good.
I've seen those. I just hadn't done it because I hadn't heard anybody that actually has tried them yet.
I haven't tried it yet, but it's. I have a couple friends that tried it, and they said it worked well. I read a lot of reviews on them. The sweetie pies. I'm excited to give them a shot for sure. Off of what I've read, they don't make a huge blackberry. I mean, it's a thornless blackberry, probably the size of my thumb. So it's a good sized blackberry. But it's supposed to be super sweet. It's supposed to do well, and it's going to be a later producing blackberry than most of the other ones that we had around here, which is something I was looking for to be able to miss the cold. Some of the other blackberries we had growing the last time, we'd have issues with catching a late cold front or a late cool front when they were starting to produce, and all the leaves, flowers and stuff would fall off of them. So I wanted something a little bit later, produce as well with the heat.
I probably ought to just invest and actually get the thornless instead of bringing those wild ones up. But I don't know, it's hard to do when you have them for free, you know?
It is, and it ended up being like $260 for the plants by the time to ship in and buying them and everything. And
Well, that goes for 70-some plants.
Well, it ended up being, I think, 82 or 83 plants the guy sent me. with the on eBay, you can send I requested, he was asking, it was $244 for the plants, and I asked him if he'd take 200. He said no, but he could send me an extra 10 or 12 plants. So I accepted it for the $244 and then the taxes. That's how long it's been since I've used eBay. Now you got to pay taxes when you buy stuff off of eBay. I didn't even
I
know
couldn't tell you the last time I used eBay. I used to sell quite a bit on eBay, but that was before they started upping the price on everything, and it got to where they were making 20%, and I was doing all the work.
Yeah,
Man,
but it's really worth the price, for. I probably won't get anything next year because it's some 6-inch plants that I'll receive. So it's going to take, they might put out some small shoots this year. They should put out some small shoots towards the fall. That's going to put out blackberries next year, but the following year is going to do the really good.
Yeah. Yeah, our whole field is just lined with them wild blackberries.
So the some of the newer varieties that they're coming up with, like the ones from, we had a variety that was from, Mississippi. It wasn't the sweetie pie. We couldn't find them, but we were using them. We had them at the property, and they were super good. They were sweet. They wasn't overly sweet. They had a lot of flavor, and that's what I look for because, like I said, we like to do it with some blackberry jam or jelly. We like to make it with it, so I don't want anything overly sweet. But
Yeah,
he's talking about the blood loss.
right.
The good part is when you're picking wild blackberries though, and you're bleeding, you don't really notice it because you can't tell if it's blood or berry juice. So it's like
they scare the hell out of me because there's always snakes around them.
I don't even have any. I've not seen any, but most of the time I'm just driving the golf cart while she just picks them. I'm a bucket holder.
We used to have them all around, with the sugarcane fields and everything. But now they spray everything with the Roundup and, they poison everything so that there's no blackberries along the roadways where sugar canes, and everybody poisons their fence for their cattle so that it doesn't grow up and the electric fence works. So it's getting harder and harder to find the blackberries. But we had, I think it was 50 plants the last time at the property, and we picked, I think it was 30 or 40 gallons of juiced blackberries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
They did a lot.
Yeah. We had 20 gallons in the freezer, and the freezer went out while my stepdad was on vacation and I was at work. Lost all of it. Lost about 300 pounds of shrimp. It was a bad weekend.
That always worries me whenever because I'm freezing quite a bit this year just because I'm lazy, honestly. But, I guess I just want to save my jars because I was hoping to get peaches, but we're having issues with peaches. I don't know how much apples we're going to get. And then obviously there are tomatoes. So I wanted to kind of save the jars mainly for those. But I don't know. We're doing a lot of freezing this year. But the good part is if ours goes out in the winter, it'll be cold here for us. So.
Right. We freeze like we don't can tomatoes. We freeze it. Chop them up, blanch them, chop them, and put them in the freezer.
Well, I throw them in the freezer, and then when I get enough, then I can it.
Right.
But it's mainly for saving the room. And plus, I just like having the juice already done. That way I can just
put them in. I like the blackberries. We use we got a saucing attachment for the Kenmore mixer, and it has 3 different screens on it. So we find the one that it takes the seeds, but it still pushes the pulp through the. Oh my, it's good. It's really good. It's like a seedless jam. We still got the pulp and the juice from it, but there's no seeds in it. Oh my! And we put. Go ahead.
That thing that I've got, I can't think of what it's called. Um,
The hand mill.
yeah, well, it is, but it didn't. I can't even remember what it's called. My brain's not working today. More knees have got me all messed up. But anyways, it's the one that you use your tomatoes and stuff with.
Right.
But you can get different screens to put on that one.
Correct.
And I want to get a couple of the different screens because right now I just have the generic one that everybody uses for tomatoes. But I have seen that one that's like smaller. You can. It's like, man, you could use that for so much.
Yeah, they super nice. That when Sheena wanted a mixer, so we got her the Kenmore mixer, and that was the first set of attachments I bought was that saucing attachment. And like I said, it has 3 different screens and it works perfect. You know, you pass a few through it to see, and it's amazing. You can do about 3-4 gallons, then you got to take it and you got to clean it because the seeds kind of get caught where it's not supposed to, and it starts running funky. So we do 2 gallons, we take it, we wash it, put it back on, and do 2 or 3 gallons more.
Pretty messed up all our trees this year, didn't it? It's weird because, like, I know the apples got hit because we've got like that black sooty on it, but I mean, we can still eat them. But our peach tree, we've got one peach tree that I know when we got that snow on because our trees were already budded, and then we got that snow and it sat on them. One tree we've gotten absolutely no peaches on, and then the other tree, it's weird because the north side of the tree has nothing on it, but
No
the
peach.
south side of the tree has peaches, and I mean they are decent sized peaches, but they're dropping before they ripe. So I mean, we'll get some apples. They're not going to be pretty, but they'll be edible.
Some of them peaches at the top of that tree, though, that when it has them, I'm telling you what, they're getting as big as salt. I mean, they are monsters.
We
I'm
just
telling
can't
you.
get. They won't ripe up, dropping. So, and then I tried putting them in the bag, and I've got some of them in a bag right now that's been in there for 3 days, and they're not. So I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe trying to make slaw or something out of them, just because I hate to just freeze them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we had that happen the other day. I was working with blackberries, HVAC, and we went through and looking at the pumpkins that we had chucked out at the edge of the field, seeing them grow. And right when Angie took a step, there went a rabbit. Boom! She jumped back. I was like, "Whoa!" And the funny part about it was, it didn't run away; it ran right at her.
Yep.
Then it hid and it was just sitting there looking like, "You can't see me."
Which I would have been fine if I had known it was a rabbit, but you know, when you're standing there, and I mean, it was right before we got it cut, so I mean, you know, it's up there pretty good, you know, about up to your knees or what have you, and you just see something running at you. You can't really tell what it is. You just see something through the weeds coming towards you. So I'm like doing the shimmy backwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's much funner watching him run from a snake than me run from a rabbit.
Oh, it was a lot funner. I was waiting for. It sat there, and then she saw it. Once she saw where it was at, and she took a step, and then it bolted. It's gone.
Lost their pictures.
Huh?
They lost their pictures too.
Mm. Yeah, I'm trying to tear them apart, smoke and get the pits out of them with their own ones that are to hit the ground, and the pigs and the chickens. They like them. They eat them.
Yeah, they're not too picky.
No, they're not picky at all. Yeah, had a watermelon the other day, and it was bad.
Blossom and right
Chopped it off and took the end off, and she took the rest of it out there. The chickens, I liked it.
Oh, yeah, they were happy.
Chickens. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
We
Like
picked,
you
our,
have,
we picked our first 2 cucumbers for the second planting yesterday. So,
Really?
yeah,
I am so sick of cucumbers. I'm done.
ours didn't do well this year. the raised beds didn't do well in the first run, so we amended the soils, and we hoping that it looks like it's going to make a big difference.
So you're suspended, so it don't matter.
Yes, and John suspended me, so it don't matter. Again,
You're always suspended.
yeah,
But can he really suspend you? He's not really. He's the other team. So can he really suspend you?
he can suspend me all he wants. Sheena's picking the vegetables, so she's the one keeping track of everything. I'm just maintaining them.
There you go. There's always a way around it.
Right.
He's really good at
He said he was going to keep suspending me. I said, that's good. I want to put it out of reach. I want to set a Shed Wars record for the year for most suspensions that's never going to be able to be attained. He said, you're on a pretty good roll. You can probably do it.
I don't think anybody can catch you now.
Yeah, I think you ran away with that lead.
I think I've been six or seven times. I got suspended twice and didn't even put out a video in those 2 weeks. He was still mad.
You should have been Justin Cucumber. Listen.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that guy sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's all in fun, man. It's all in
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's funny, and just like we visiting with each other, but we two separate parts of the country, and then it's some of the stuff comes off a little bit different to us than it does to other people. Like if we were picking with somebody right here, it's funny, putting it off over there. He might have thought I was really mad at him or something like that, but he's a great guy, and it's funny. And
Oh yeah.
And his sense of humor.
he's a hell of a sport.
I don't think people understand his sense of humor.
No,
How good a sense of humor he's really got.
he does. He's an awesome sport. I mean,
Yeah.
to put the swimsuit on at the end of the video is
Oh yeah. That was awesome.
I feel bad for the people that that they don't watch a video all the way through. They just watch a little bit.
off
And
the
they
last
come
15 seconds.
it's like, oh, you missed out.
Everybody missed out if they didn't watch that one to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, cosmic cultivators. That is a challenge. Shoot you out. See if you can get suspended more.
I don't think it's possible.
I don't think it's possible.
I don't think anybody can catch you now, Danny.
Oh no, not this year. There's not enough time left.
I'm just saying you've only not been suspended, maybe 2 weeks?
I think it's 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Ooh, you're on a roll.
But I left. I mean, I stopped for a month because I thought I was still suspended. I might have been suspended. I got burnt out with everything. I didn't even, I wasn't even able to watch videos. We had so much going on with the greenhouses and everything. It's like I might have been suspended more than I actually thought.
I think at one live he told you no matter what, you're just suspended, Danny.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, as soon as you come off suspended, you suspended. Yeah, his feelings were hurt bad that day.
Yeah, it was funny. Good.
Yeah.
All those were good though. They made me laugh. That's what those live did.
It sure makes the hard parts go by fast. When
You should see the size of the spider.
Ain't that big of a spider.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. You want him?
Don't you dare.
Hey, I gotta go, man. Thank y'all so much. I gotta make a phone call.
Oh,
All
you're
right,
good.
thanks
Okay.
for coming.
Okay.
I'll
Thanks
try
for
to
coming up.
catch y'all too.
All
I'll try
right,
to get
you're
dinner.
feeling better.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Get to feeling good.
Don't listen to her. She's cuckoo.
Take care.
All right, see y'all later.
People.
They are good people. Lots of fun. Oh, yeah.
We may have to go inside or in early because it's starting to lighten. But we need the rain so bad.
Yeah, we do need rain. We need rain badly. Badly.
Yeah, like everything is like drying up. But Danny was talking about cucumbers. He's got his second thing of cucumbers. And I'm done. I'm so done with cucumbers. Like I haven't even been picking. I haven't picked for 2 weeks just because I'm not over it. You can only have so much relish, so much pickle, so much. It's just like I'm just done.
Yeah, but you got a friend too that likes those.
Yeah.
To let them go. turned yellow. They call all the time. Everybody calls. They call your phone too. Potential spam. And people are always on the phone. They're always on the
I
phone.
never answer potential spam, but he keeps calling. I wanted to text, make sure it wasn't too. So
Yeah. Farmage Fishy. I'm sick of cucumbers too.
I've got a friend, her grandma prefers like overdone, like to the point where they're yellow. So that works perfect because I don't even have to pick them all the time.
Mhm.
So she's getting loaded up because I'll go ahead and pick this Sunday and take them into her, but I'm over it, sick of it, don't want any more. That and cherry tomatoes. Oh, good grief. I'm done with cherry tomatoes too. It They just won't stop.
Yeah, they've been getting mixed in with the pigs, chickens, and some people I work with. I've been picking them so far.
We've been giving them to everybody.
Yep, giving them to everybody.
It's like anybody that comes. Well, we just made our neighbor take some because we had just picked a whole bucket full and had them on the back of the golf cart without running around, and we just picked them because I was going to take the chickens the next day.
Yep.
And ran into him and was like, "Here you go." So yeah,
He's like, "I'll take them. You can have them."
we're tomato pushers.
Oh yeah. Now you know why I pulled mine up. Well, I got an issue with pulling them up and getting rid of them, especially if it cuts down on the feed bill. So,
Well, the whole thing is it doesn't really cut down on the feed bill because I don't feed them
yeah.
that. So all of that stuff is more like treats.
And there is nothing better than a cherry tomato given to you throw one in there for some chicken football.
Yeah.
You throw one cherry tomato in there with chicken, so you got chicken football. Good time. You can sit and watch that for hours.
I have a lot of cherry tomatoes.
Yeah.
No.
No.
And we're done. I can't say we're done. Seriously, the only reason I'm for them at this point is just because they do make nice treats for the chickens and the pigs. And I do like watching chicken football.
There's nothing better than a good game of chicken football.
If you guys haven't done it and you have chicken, seriously, pick some cherry tomatoes and just throw like one or two. Just throw one in there, and when one gets it, he'll take off running, and then the other one grabs it and takes off running. We call it chicken football. It takes a lot to entertain me if you guys can't tell. Watching chickens run around with cherry tomatoes and chicken football. Yeah.
No, Michael, we did not plant peas, but we have been busting open red beans.
Actually, I did plant peas. I planted peas
that's
twice.
right. You did up the trellis.
Yep, and neither
I forgot about that.
Neither round we did not get. I think I had the first round. I think I might have gotten a handful, and then this round, as quick as they come up, and I don't even know what it is. But yeah. And then whatever I'm assuming whatever got bad is also what got my broccoli. So we don't have any broccoli this year either.
How's our second round of radishes?
He said he's gonna try it. Yeah, do it because the chicken football really is fun.
It's fun to watch.
What would you ask?
How's our radishes doing?
I mean, they're green and the greens are up, but I pulled one just to see what it was doing, and they're long and skinny. Yeah, so unless they start beefing up, you're probably not gonna get a whole lot of those. But
I love how you said it. You're not gonna get a whole lot.
But your horseradish is doing really well. So
that's good.
We put some horseradish in some containers because I didn't want to take the chance of it taking off. Because if you've been watching our videos, you know how we've kind of got our garden laid out. there's not really a place to let something like that go wild without it possibly encroaching on top of everything. So I was just like, I'm just going to put it in containers until I can figure out a place that I want it permanently. And I tell you what, they're loving the containers. So that is doing really well, with the exception of found some worms. So, but I mean, we're already almost through August, so even if they took the green tops, we're still gonna have plenty. But yeah, doing good there. We've got a lot that we just got to catch up on,
We do.
like video wise.
And we did watch Cosmic Cultivator last night. Doing the cooking.
Oh my
And you
gosh!
did get the pop pretty clean too, by the way. I will say that because that'd totally be me. I had to burnt the bottom of it.
Oh, we was cracking up. It was like, yeah, he showed the pot, and Kenny was like, "Yep, that'd be me."
That'd be me. It's this guy right here. Yep. Yeah. And then oh, she doesn't know what knife to use or the cutting board. Well, Kenny doesn't know what knife to use either, and most of the time I use a paper plate because I don't want to wash the daggone cutting board when I'm done. So I just throw the paper plate away.
He's not lying. He
Oh,
really
yeah.
does use paper plate.
I just used it tonight.
Now me,
that is my cutting board.
as far as like knife goes, I'll use whatever. So I can't say that I'm bad about that too. Yeah.
But the garlic thing where you said more garlic, yes. I don't think there is such a thing as too much garlic that you can use.
No, there's not.
I just don't. I don't think that's possible. I really don't. I think that's possible.
Yeah, garlic goes with everything.
Yes.
There's no such thing as too much.
No. Okay.
15-year retired chef. So pet peeve. Oh, good grief.
I don't think you're retired. I watched it last night. You were cooking last night, so you're not retired.
Well, I'm just warning you now. If you ever see me doing any cooking videos, just don't watch. Because it's gonna be wrong. Because I can't. I am not a chef at all. I'm a cook. Kind of like I'm not a gardener. I'm a brewer. Yeah, same thing with my cooking. I'm a cook. I'm not a chef at all. I can't. People ask me what I'll take something to church or whatever, or a family dinner or something. They'll want the recipe for it. It's just like I can tell you what I put in it, but I cannot tell you any measurements for it because I just put in whatever feels right at the time. Yeah, and so, yeah.
See, now I'm the same way. I don't use the countertop just for the simple fact because then that's more stuff I got to wipe off. So I just grab a paper plate, I chop it up on a paper plate, and I throw the paper plate in the trash. Done. Yeah. Yeah. What is a cutting board? I mean, what is that for?
It's that little red thing that I use.
Yeah.
But mine, I need a new cutting board. I bought one of the little cheap ones from Dollar Tree, and yeah, I have abused it. It's so sad. It's, yeah. She said she uses the paper plates when she's feeling fancy.
The way to go.
Well, I will say it does work out kind of nice because I've had to use his cutting through tips with the cutting with the paper plate. Because if you cut it on a paper plate.
Wait a minute. Are you saying I know what I'm doing?
No, I didn't say that.
Is that what you just said?
That is not what I said.
I'm sure you just said.
That is not what I said. You can do the playback.
I know.
No,
I think it's completely what I heard.
not what I said. You shut the face, shut the pothole.
Probably that's what
But you can use the paper plate. You can roll it up, and then you can just dump it and stuff. So that part is, yeah, that part was. So you were not right. I did not say you were right at all.
Yes. Oh, Michael, did you see that? No, we saw that. There was a whole lot of kids. You put all the kids in the pool that day. Pretty sure you said I was right, though. I think everybody out there heard it.
That's not what they heard.
I'm pretty sure they did.
No, I did not say you were right at all. I said I used one of your techniques. I didn't say you were right. It's so annoying.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen the last one yet. It's pretty funny.
Pretty good. You should watch it.
What did you say? Cooking with the cultivators?
Yeah, cooking with the cultivator.
No, you didn't say that though. You said something. It was something like that. Ah, I can't remember.
Alexa, what did I say last night? Cosmic cultivator.
We don't have an Alexa.
Oh, we don't.
But it's always fun to say when you hear other people
Yeah,
say it. Yeah. I kind of want to get one just so I can annoy it. Oh yeah, then be like, Alexa, tell Kenny to shut up.
I don't think I like this thing already.
I need to get one.
What, you mean you would have to tell something else to tell me to shut up? You're not just going to do that directly?
Well, yeah, I would do that too, but it would be more fun because then it would be like two of us telling you to shut up, and then you might actually listen.
No, we're getting.
We ought to try it.
Yeah,
I think it'd be funny.
I don't see any humor in that at all.
I think we're gonna do
Yeah. Yeah, y'all threw everything in the pool. You threw the whole garden in there. Yeah.
that. I don't think you threw the kitchen sink in. I think that was about it.
No. Even at Christmas, you cut everything. I like that little chopper thing he had.
Mm-hmm.
That thing was handy. They look for one of those. I like the little chopper thing.
We've got one that, I mean, it cuts like that and it has the different blade things that you can put in it, but it's it's got a bottom. It's like
It's on a container.
it's like an alligator kind of thing.
Yeah.
It goes, you push this down and it pushes it through to the bowl underneath.
Yeah.
But that works really well. But that hand one, man, that could come in handy in so many different areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to invest in one
Yeah,
of those.
we need to get one of those. I knew something was up too because Chris, you were flipping the pan and everything was staying in the pan, the juice, everything. I was
Yeah, it's like flip.
oh yeah, if I'd have done that, that crap would have been everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff would have been all over the kitchen floor, all over the stove. Yeah.
I'd have done something like that. I'd have done flipped it up over my shoulder.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try that the next time I do.
You clean up.
Maybe I'll see what happens.
You clean up.
I'll bring the chickens in anything.
I'll bring chickens in the house. You were the one that told me how to get the chickens out of the house.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time we got a goat in the house before.
Had a couple goats in the
Yeah,
house.
that stupid goat that came in and jumped up on the top. I don't remember. I don't remember which one.
Well, we had that. We had the one, Mama, not Mama, the other one. That she wasn't mom. She was,
Oh,
I'm not kidding. Every single time, every time she'd kid, twins. Every time.
and she wouldn't take care of it. Her bottle, everything had to bottle feed every one of them things.
The only time we ever got lucky is we had one that was we actually called her Mama. That if she had one at the same time or close to the same time, she would kind of adopt them and she would feed them. But it didn't always work out where Mama had done it at the same time. So if Mama didn't already have her kids or wasn't pregnant, then we would have to bring those twins in every single time a bottle filled. It was such a pain.
Every time.
We got after about 3 litters. Like, out you go.
Yep. She went to the pepperoni factory.
see him with his giant walk. Hey, have you gotten Andy her rabbits yet?
No, but it's getting close. I'll tell you what, it's not wild rabbit season. We're getting closer. Going bullwinkle hunting first, and then Peter comes in.
Okay.
And the thing's already built for him. It's a big white one. Just plug it into the wall, freeze them.
Alexa, tell Kenny to shut up.
Oh, I forgot. We don't have one of those.
I'm buying one of those tomorrow. I might even wait tomorrow. As soon as I get off here, get on Amazon, I'm ordering me one.
I'm not going to start ignoring Michael. I'm just going to start skipping all the way over, skipping across his comments. Where, yeah, maybe.
Oh, we should get off here. We've been on here for an hour. Don't want to bore everybody.
Have we been on here now?
Yeah, and I don't think we're gonna. We were promised that it was going to
Rain.
rain. We were going to get thunderstorms with lots of rain. Well, it's been thundering all the way around, and it's raining over there. You can see it. Not raining here. And now we've dropped down to 60%. So
That ain't no good.
not looking good for us.
Angie, I got two more bunnies.
Aw.
Are you on Michael's side here or what?
No, they're on my side. What is a homestead? We have never, I've never had
There
one.
are rabbits everywhere. We have rabbits through the whole 12 acres. There's
Well,
rabbits
are you going to
everywhere.
catch them so that I can have their food for my garden?
I will catch them with 7 shots.
That's not going to work for me because I'm not going to get the poo.
Oh, you can
Okay. Let's see.
do that. Angie. Yeah. Kenny will love you for that. That would be awesome.
Making a video about it soon. Good. I'll definitely be watching that one.
And I got to know too, HVAC, since we're here. What was wrong with the melon patch? I thought everything did well. You should see ours. That's bad. I mean, it's getting better, but
I thought your patch looked great.
I thought you did a good job. I mean, you usually get more than that. Is that what you're saying? Maybe that's what he was trying to say. Maybe he gets more of an abundance than what he's getting this year.
Yeah, because I watched your video and man, that looked like you were loaded. It looked good.
Quite a few and all different kinds.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought you did well. I was just curious. I thought if you come on the live tonight, I'm going to ask you that. Do you usually do better than that? Because I thought everything was wonderful. Mm-hmm. I really did. I thought everything was wonderful. Yeah, we may get some rabbits one day.
Maybe we will.
One day.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to cook them.
Alexa, okay, I'm getting rabbit.
Alexa, unplug yourself. Oh, man. Goes in there. Well, you got 2 daggone snakes.
And she's got him.
You got Chris.
How much more do you need?
And he's a cooking animal. What do you need? What more do you need?
He said last year's was better.
Last year's was better. Oh.
Last year, you must have done pretty amazing because from what we've seen, we was like,
yeah, we thought it was really good.
That would have been a good melon patch for us.
Yeah, yes, it would have been.
And like the cantaloupe, we've tried cantaloupes numerous times, and I've only gotten them to grow 2 times. And well, they grew out here 3 times, but 2 times there was only 2 times I tried getting them to grow. And then one time we had a cookout out here, like a weenie roast, and we had cantaloupe out here with like serving cantaloupe, and somebody had chucked the cantaloupe into the woods or whatever, so then the cantaloupe started growing out into the yard.
I do remember that.
Yeah, but I try to grow them, and they do. Eh. You throw them out, take off like a weed.
I'm
It was
telling
the
you.
best cantaloupe patch we ever had, and it was when I didn't even try to grow it.
Yep. I'll tell you what, it's the same way with. Remember them pumpkins? Chuck them pumpkins out. I'll tell you what, we had pumpkins out our wall. And then you go out there and you try to do it, make everything the right place for them.
That's
Wrong.
why I really think the food forest thing is gonna work well for us once we get that going. Just because then we can just throw it out there and let it do its thing, let God handle it, and we have way more food than what we can do.
Yeah, 'cause we talked about our when we run the tomatoes through the food mill, the juicer, and taking that over there and dumping it in our other side. Spiders.
Yeah, yeah, I'm telling you, that spider over there is huge.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it is. I don't even know what kind that is. Okay,
it's a tarantula. That's what it is.
it must be. I think it's huge. Okay, so we're gonna get off here and let y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. We appreciate everybody that came out.
Thank you very much.
If you could, if you haven't heard, if you weren't here, my niece, um, they may be getting deployed. So if you could shoot some prayers up. Obviously, my preference is she doesn't get deployed at all, but if she does, stay safe and at least get a safe, safe harbor place. So yeah. Anyway, let you guys go and thank everybody for coming out and hopefully see you again next week.
Take care.